outside of those two, a couple other guys to look at is Shemar Jackson. Shemar Jackson, a four-star athlete, he has narrowed down his list of schools to between Alabama and Florida. He will make that commitment pretty soon here. Not quite sure on the day, but pretty soon he's going to make that commitment and probably get a visit again as well. You got another guy, four-star cornerback in Earl Middle Jr. out of Heritage High School in Florida, a very powerhouse program down there, coached by Patrick Surtain, the father of Patrick Surtain II, former Bama corner who's now in the NFL with the Denver Broncos. But Earl Middle has narrowed down his list of schools to 6. Bama is in that top 6. He'll have that commitment coming pretty soon on his end. And then you got a four-star tight end, a hybrid in Mac Markway, who is really excited to get to Alabama for his visit. That's coming within that first to second week of June as well. So when you look at Mac Markway, Shemar Jackson, Earl Middle, Curtis Perry, and Jacob Sexton, just a few guys that pretty soon here will be taking their visits to the Crimson Tide, getting the feel for the program. But all of those guys really excited about finally getting on campus to meet up with Coach Saban, the staff, and some future teammates that could be around.
Stephen, I know that in addition to covering the Tide, that you're locked in on Alabama high school football, and all these guys are out of state. If you had an opportunity to see any of these young men on tape, do you have any impressions about whether it be any of these that you outlined, the visitation schedule, or anybody else that's on the target list that jumps out at you?
Now, just on tape, going back to Perry, Curtis Perry, his speed mark off the snap of the ball, getting into the backfield, whether it's shedding off double teams, whether it's winning one-on-one battles, he's able to bend around the corner. He converts speed to power. He's got very long arms, big hands. He attacks the quarterback, plays the run extremely well also. The question for him is going to be, where would he fit in the Alabama scheme of things? Would he fit better as an outside linebacker standing up? Would he fit better as a defensive end or as a defensive tackle? Because he can do an assortment of things. The biggest thing for him and for Coach Saban is figuring out that if I get Perry, where does he fit in regards to how my defense is set up here for the Crimson Tide? When you look at Sexton, Jacob Sexton, he can play guard or tackle on an offensive line. Big guy, long arms, big hands, pretty strong footwork there. So where Doug Marrone is concerned, does this young man fit better as a guard on the inside, or can we kick this guy out the tackle and see is his footwork elite enough to where he can stalemate some of the better defensive ends, the outside linebackers, the edge rush, college football. As far as the third guy that I'm looking at here on tape, Earl Middle Jr., the young man, like I mentioned, from Heritage High School, really stands out on tape. There's a little bit of a Patrick Surtain and Middle's game, and that's not far-fetched just due to both guys played at the prestigious Heritage High Schools. When you look at Earl Middle, good IQ, strong instincts, attacks the football, got those ball skills, ball judgment, can really flip his hips, has really strong top-end speed. So far, just off watching the tape, Sexton, Perry, and Middle all stand out. I'm just looking forward, Mark, to getting these guys, or seeing these guys come on campus, to meet up with Coach Saban, to meet these different position coaches, and to meet the players that they can have a future playing with, should they sign. Because at the end of the day, we all know, Mark, you're not only recruiting the athlete, but you're recruiting the family members of the athlete. So you got to sell the athlete's mom on Alabama, the dad on Alabama, the auntie, the uncle, the grandparents, the big cousins, whomever serves as. These guys are in the corner of that particular young man, of an athlete. You got to sell the whole family. So I'm looking forward to seeing how does Coach Saban sell the whole family where these young men are concerned.
Hopefully Mama in particular is happy and satisfied with the head coach and the coaching staff. Absolutely.